Hello guys, welcome to Crown Smart. In this video we are going to be talking of how to differentiate a logarithmic function. Now here are the questions we want to differentiate, okay? And before we start, note that we have remember your logarithmic function that ln of x is the same thing as log of x, but with base e, and your e is a Euler's number. E is known as the Euler's number. It's a special number, okay? So we call this the natural logarithm, okay? So if I don't want to write it log of x with respect to base e, I'll just simply put ln x. And now when we are differentiating a logarithmic function, let's say log of x with base a, where a is arbitrary, like a is any base, we have it that when we differentiate it, we have it that we are going to have 1 over the whole function, log of the function. We're going to have the whole function, then we now take the ln of the base. Okay, this has a proof, okay, but we're not going to dive into the proof. Just understand, I need you to understand this, because we are going to use this to solve these questions. And observe that we're given a question here, ln of 5x, okay, the solution. Now we're given ln of 5x and we want to find we want to differentiate ln of 5x. So let's say d over dx of ln of 5x using our formula here. Remember, ln is what is the same thing as saying log with base e of 5x. Okay, so this is the same thing as saying, we say 1 over, remember we are differentiating ln of 5x, so 1 over, what is the function? 5x. Then we take the ln of the base. What is the base? E. Remember, ln is the same thing as what? Log x, log the function with respect to the what? The base e. But observe that we have two functions here. This looks like function of a function, okay? If you look at the outer function here, we have a logarithmic function, and if you look inner here, we have a linear function. This linear function is 5x, so ln is working as an operator on 5x, so this is called a logarithmic function, okay? While the inner function here is the what? The linear function. So when differentiating this kind of problems, we use chain rule to differentiate this. So what we are going to do is differentiate the outer one. After we differentiate the outer one, which is the logarithmic function, we differentiate the inner function, which is the linear function, that is 5x, and we then multiply the two results. So we have differentiated ln 5x to have 1 over 5x ln e. Remember, from our formula where a is arbitrary, but here our a is e. Now the next thing we are going to do is to differentiate the inner function. If we differentiate 5x, what do we have? We have 5, okay, and then we now multiply the two results, so this becomes 5 over 5x ln e. But we know that ln e is equal to 1, okay? We know that our ln e is equal to 1, and 5 cancel 5, so we are left with what? 1 over x. That is what we are left with. So therefore, differentiating this is equal to d over dx of what? Ln 5x. Okay, so that is our answer for the first one. So the second one, now we want to differentiate the second one. We have this, but this is with arbitrary a, okay? We have d over dx log 5x with base a. Okay, we want to differentiate this. Now using our formula there, we have that this will be 1 over, remember, this function, the outer function here is a logarithmic function, while the inner function, the one inside, is a linear function, 5x. So we are going to differentiate the outer function which is logarithm of 5x with base a, and we're going to have this as 1 over 5x, which is the function, times the ln of the base. The ln of the base is ln a, okay, times, we're going to differentiate the inner function. If we differentiate the inner function, we have this as 5. So multiplying these two, we are going to have this dot here means, okay, let me put it as multiplication. We're going to have this as cancel. We're going to have this as 1 over x ln a. So that will be our answer for this, for number 2. Now for number 3, okay, this is actually d of dx. We're differentiating the ln of 4x squared plus 5x. Okay, so we are differentiating this. Now using our formula, remember we have to differentiate the outer function, and after differentiating the outer function, which is the logarithmic function, we now differentiate the inner function here. Now if you look, the inner function here is a polynomial with degree 2, and this polynomial is known as quadratic equation. Okay, well, it's still a polynomial, but to get the value, to get the result of it, to get the answer for this, we need to differentiate the outer one and then multiply it with the derivative of the inner function. Okay, so differentiating the outer one using our rule, we have this as 1 over the function. What is the function? 4x squared plus 5x ln. Now remember, our question is ln this, so therefore our base here will be e, so this is ln e. Okay, now this will multiply by, if we differentiate the inner one here, you're going to have, this is a polynomial, so differentiating this, you have 2 times 4, this will give us what, 8x, 2 minus 1 is 1, okay, plus, if you differentiate 5x, you have 5, so this will be equal to 8x plus 5 all over 4x squared plus 5x. Remember, ln e is already what? Sorry, put this like this. Ln e is 1, so this is your answer. Okay, now that's for number 3. And lastly, number 4. Okay, we want to differentiate number 4, the fourth question. So we have d over dx of the log of 4x squared plus 5x, okay, with base, an arbitrary base. It can be any value, okay, it can be any value. So this will be using our formula here, that when differentiating this function, when differentiating log x, is simply 1 over the function times the ln of the base. Sorry, this is a, this is a, the ln of a. So this will now be, okay, 1 over 4x squared plus 5x, okay, multiplied by the ln of the base. Remember, we are differentiating the outer function. Okay, now the next thing is to differentiate the inner one, and the inner one is also a polynomial, and we know how to differentiate the polynomial from our other videos. Okay, so differentiating the polynomial, remember we're going to multiply this result. Okay, so differentiating this, we are going to have 8x plus 5. So we multiply them, we are going to have, this is equal to 8x plus 5 all 4x squared plus 5x, okay, ln a. Now please be guided, remember that ln a is a constant, so this is a constant value. A is any base. A could be 1, a could be 2, a could be 3, a could be 4, so far as a is a positive number. Okay, so this is true when a is a positive number. So this is the final answer for this. Please don't forget to subscribe. I will be happy if you watch this video over and over again, and also subscribe to this my YouTube channel. Thank you and God bless you. Really love you guys.